if I have to push that hard. Okay, somebody just sent me a text message. I don't know who this is. It's very valuable, Razor. Thank you so much. Yes, retreat! Okay, right now I'm just making sure that the meat is not getting stuck to the bottom of the pan. Oh, that's so sweet, little mama. Wow. They really understand. That's beautiful. They respect your labor like that. This gravy is good. I don't need to do anything to it, but what I will do, I'm gonna add some more water, because this feels like it's gonna take at least another 20 to 30 minutes. Like I said, I will not accept anything less than fork tender. And, you know, meat sliding around the pot easily. All right. Hey, Chef Samurai, how you doing? Cheers. The gravy does look good. I will say that I'm rather pleased with myself. All right, Chef Samurai. We are making liver and onions with carnivore mashed potatoes. And thank you for the reminder, because I actually forgot to update my my menu. Thank you. Let me go ahead and fix this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see. Liver and onions with carnivore mashed potatoes. There's broccoli. There will be broccoli involved. But these are the two biggest things that I'm making. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on how it's made. Like, if it's made well, it's so good. Exactly, Mediterranean taters. Chef, have I told you what's in these potatoes? I don't know if I've told you what's in these potatoes. People have no idea, dude. Like, none. So, here's what's in these potatoes. Okay. These carnivore mashed potatoes come from a recipe by someone on YouTube. His name is Chris Nashville. He lives in Nashville, Tennessee. Hence Chris Nashville. Anyway, he's been experimenting with carnivore recipes, not Mashville, Nashville. I try to enunciate, but apparently the closed captioning is not working with me. Anyway, so he came up with this recipe for carnivore mashed potatoes, because there is such a thing as the carnivore diet where your focus is mostly on protein. In this mashed potato recipe, there are no mashed potatoes, by the way. There is egg white, beef gelatin, toasted beef gelatin. What's the other thing? That's 90% of it right there. But yeah, you cook the egg whites slowly until all of the liquid is gone. And yeah, they're not bad, Sharp. When they're done correctly, they taste almost dead on mashed potatoes. I am so serious. Dang, Perky, I'm really sorry. That sucks, your poor friend. That's rough. But they look like mashed potatoes. They taste like mashed potatoes, but they will fill you up a heck of a lot faster than mashed potatoes. I got what I would consider a normal serving for myself. I couldn't eat the whole thing. I could not. It was not happening. Something similar to making a cauliflower burger. There is a lot of pureeing involved. In this particular case, there's some toasting of the jelly, of the beef gelatin, that kind of thing. Kind of like a vegetator, yeah. But it does taste closer to the real thing, I will say that. He also has a recipe for carnivore refried beans. This recipe involves bologna. So I need to try that. And if it works out, I will do... Right, Sharp? Yes, this will get you... This will gather you together real fast. Bologna, right? So the refried beans are also made with egg whites. So egg whites make up a majority of what he does. So he's got a recipe for that. He's got a recipe for carnivore rice, which is basically also made with egg whites. I personally would go with a packet of my lupin rice, my lupini bean rice, personally. So if I can do that, if I can do the refried beans, if I can do some rice, making something like fajitas with low-carb tortillas, all over it. Yes, I have. In fact, Chef, I have an amazing recipe with halloumi, either watermelon or, what is it? Begins with a P. It's a fruit that begins with a P and I just forgot what it was. So halloumi, that fruit, and pink salt. And it's so good. It is one of my favorite summer dishes. It is outstanding. Papaya, that's the word I couldn't think of. Papaya, halloumi, and pink salt. And it is basically a fruit salad. It's so good. Yeah. I think I may have posted the recipe in Discord. But yeah, there might be one or two other ingredients, but that's majority of it right there. I believe, I can't remember, Chef, but I believe you grill the halloumi before you cut it up and you put it in a salad. Yeah, I was going to say, it's been a long time since I made it, but yeah, I do believe you fry it first. Or grill. Exactly. Yeah, it's amazing. Sharp, starting to wonder if I have a little Cajun blood in my family and nobody recognized it. Because my willingness to eat just about anything once. I agree, Chef. I agree. And you know what, Sharp? I have a container of gumbo in my freezer right now. My aunt made it. She put my favorite ingredient in there. I love having chicken gizzards in my gumbo. That is my favorite thing ever. I also love having chicken gizzards in my dressing, but that only really happens in the holidays. I know, right? Auntie's recipe. How do you go wrong, right? The problem is I cannot eat it around JD because he's allergic to crab. I try not to eat it around him. I don't want to trigger his allergies. He's allergic to crab and lobster. So when I go hang with my friend though up in Washington, I'm like, please take me out for crab or lobster, please. And he's like, okay, fine. I know you can't eat it at home. So I get crab and lobster. I'm a spoiled brat. Gizzard Filipino. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Chef, you are so freaking brilliant. Dude. In my opinion, gizzard adobo beats the heck out of fried gizzards any day. If for no other reason than if you're making an adobo, you can just simmer them until the gizzards are tender. When you fry them, that takes like forever and a day. Exactly, like you can pick your texture. You can either pick tender or you can pick chewy. It doesn't matter. Oh, that sounds so freaking good. Yes, oh my God, sharp, heck yeah. Fried gizzards and cornbread, man. My dad, he had two favorite dishes. Three favorite dishes. One was fried gizzards. The other was dry fried spare ribs. The third one, what was the third one? A specific type of tamale. So yes, it was, those were his three favorite dishes. But yeah, fried gizzards, I don't think I ever had cornbread with them. I just ate them, fried. I don't even know if I had a side. I don't remember. It is cheap, yes. Yes, we could, Sharp. Okay, Sharp, I'm gonna challenge you. You ready? Here's my challenge. Let me ask you this question first. I know you know of the 90s X-Men, the 90s X-Men cartoon series, that kind of thing. So there is, I don't know if you've seen this one, there is a scene for the holidays where the X-Men come over to Jean's house. Jean is cooking the holiday dinner. Gambit strolls into her kitchen. Thank you, lady. I appreciate that. And he's like, hey, so what you making? Oh, I'm making my great aunt's recipe, blah, 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 blah. He wanders over, opens the pot, takes a sniff, and he goes, whoo, that doesn't smell like it has any flavor at all. Let me do a little Gambit magic. And he pulls out his seasoning. Jean's like, no, this is my great aunt's recipe. I'm gonna make it the way my great aunt made it. I do not need any Cajun magic. Thank you. Gambit's like, no, let me just put a little bit in the pot. Jean proceeds to blast him, a psychic blast, pushing him against the drawers. So she knocks him down to the other side of the kitchen. And he hits the counter and he slumps to the floor and a couple of pots fall and smack him on the head. And Jean's like, look, I told you, this is the way my great aunt did it. I'm making it the way my great aunt did it. If you wanted to cook, you should have volunteered. Now, I have gotten into arguments over this. You remember this episode, Sharp. Perfect. Do not touch the great aunt. And here's the thing. Okay, I've gotten into arguments over this episode. A lot of folks are like, look, Gambit's from Louisiana. He knows how to cook. He knows what seasoning is. Jean should have let him do his thing. My thing was, okay, first of all, Jean was born and bred in New York. You do not, under any circumstances, it is a debate. You do not go into a born and bred New York woman's kitchen and mess with her food. You also don't do that in the South. That might get you stabbed. If you do it in New York, you might end up with cement shoes. The point is, You don't do that. I don't care who you are, unless you happen to be the lady in question's mother, grandmother, or maybe aunt. That's the only time you can get away with it. But if you are just a friend, don't do it. Sharp, I think that's the best answer I've seen. You don't play with ancestors. No, you do not. Because if the person cooking doesn't get you, the ancestors will. Exactly, lady. You are cooking. You are in charge of this recipe. You do not mess with somebody's recipe unless they call you in to help. And even then, you follow their instructions precisely. You don't deviate. No, you do exactly what they tell you to do. I thought that was hilarious, but yes, it was a whole debate. See, okay, like for me, it depends on what I'm making. If it is something that, wait a minute. Nice. If it is something that I'm new at, like, okay, oh, who was it? One of my friends who is a professional chef has done time in the kitchen, whole 9 yards. He's been cooking for like 20 something years. See, there you go, Sharp, exactly it. Yep, exactly. And if you wanted it your way, you should have volunteered to host. Boom, done. Nobody's gonna say anything. Right? But yeah, one of my professional friends, he taught me how to make hot dog buns from scratch. I was, I already had my recipe in mind. I had gone and bought buns from the store, blah, 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 blah. What was his crime? Loving to cook. So he was like, hey, Jane, if you want me to, let me just show you how to make these from scratch, because it's really easy and you get to flavor the buns however you want and blah, 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 blah. Okay. And he gave me a really good recipe and I made my buns from scratch. The recipe at the time was for Chicago hot dogs. The one thing I forgot to do was put poppy seeds on the buns. That was the one thing I forgot to do. But those scratch buns were amazing. They were so good. And I was so glad I listened to him. Had it, however, been a recipe for something like, Southern style dressing, we might have had some arguments. Yes, the Chicago dogs. Right, lady? Exactly. It's kind of like I was watching a special on Georgian food, okay? The one thing that everyone seems to know about Georgian food, I believe the recipe is in my Discord, and if it is not, I will reshare it, lady. Not a problem. They were so good. So what most people know about Georgian food is the khachapuri. You thought I said gugafa? No, I did not. Yes, exactly, Sharp. But yeah, the khachapuri, which is a boat-shaped sort of savory pastry that is filled with cheese and occasionally an egg, over easy. That's more or less all people know about Georgian food. Now, I've heard this bread referred to in some less than appropriate manners because it does resemble a certain body part, particularly with the egg up at the top. I'm gonna leave that to your imagination, but you get it. I get mad every time I hear it, but anyway. That sounds so good, lady. Ooh. Goodness. Frying it and serving it with some mashed potatoes. What? Maybe some veggies. I'm so into it. So yeah, that's all anybody knows about Georgian food. The bread, that's it. Now what I learned, Sharp has a good suggestion. What I learned is that there is more than one type of that bread. There's more than one type of khachapuri. Every region has their own version. There are some that basically look like, pizza cheese bread. There are some that are, that involve meat. There are some that involve eggs, etc., etc., etc. So it all depends. And there are so many other dishes. There are dips. There are vegetarian foods. There are meat-laden foods. All of this stuff. So that made me feel a little better about not doing things the same way that other people do. So if my mom and my aunt want to put gizzards in their jambalaya or their well, we're getting there, y'all. In their jambalaya, in their gumbo, in their dressing, then it's fine. That's just how they do it. And nobody can come scream at them about it not being authentic because this is my family's recipe. Yes, actually, Chef, I had a pair of pants that were falling apart. And I decided I was going to make them into an apron instead of throwing them away. We had a streamer a while ago, some of you may remember her, who actually sold aprons for a minute. The only reason I did not buy an apron from her is because hers came from the waist down. And I needed one that covered all of me. Ooh, that's different. Lady, I've never seen that before. Okay, taste test. Almost. It needs longer. Cerise. That was her. I loved her vibe, but I know she was going through a lot of stuff, so I'm not surprised. And she had to stop streaming because stuff happens. I believe it was Cerise Jubilee. I miss her, but it is what it is. Her mental and physical health is more important than streaming. Welcome back, y'all. That's kind of cool, Rick. I'm just saying. It's almost done because, lady, my criteria is that it must be fork tender. If it is not fork tender, it will stay in that pan until it becomes fork tender. So yeah, that takes care of the tough texture. It helps with the flavor. Exactly, Chef C. Exactly it. If it is not fork tender, it's going to stay in there until it's fork tender. I don't care how long it takes. Fall off the bone. Yep, exactly. Yep, like ribs. There you go. This is how my mom made it, and this is the only reason I learned to love liver and onions, because she was very picky about it. What was I going to say? Oh, Chef, here's another thing that you might be interested in. I bought a whole chuck roast. Or no, I bought a whole brisket. $60 for, I'm gonna say probably 11-pound brisket. I went to Costco, divided it into 5 pieces, and there was still 1 piece left. So 1 piece I cooked that night, 1 piece I smoked. I was totally planning. 1 piece I smoked over at Pretty Good Gaming. They have the cool grill. They have a Traeger, right? And when I smoked mine, it was on my itty bitty little apartment safe grill. No. This was recently, lady. This was maybe 3 weeks ago that I bought this gigantic piece of meat. You have a Traeger too? Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I smoked this this piece of brisket. I felt bad because everybody was sick, so they could only eat a slice or 2. So I felt so bad. But they got to keep some of it, so I do hope they got a chance to enjoy it. Let's see, the 3rd piece, I forgot what I did with it. Okay, ate 1, smoked 1, brought 1 to PGG's. I forgot what I did with the 4th piece, but the last piece is now in my freezer, and I'm saving that for St. Patrick's Day. I know, right? Right, Chef? So I'm torn now. I have to figure out, do I want to corn this last piece of brisket, or do I want to barbecue this last piece of brisket? This is a tough decision. I don't know which one to do. I could do a pastrami thing if I really wanted to, but it wouldn't be ready in time for St. Patrick's Day. That's pretty much. If I corn it though, the options. Okay, I could either do a corned beef thing with it, or I could do a barbecue thing with it. Basically, my barbecue thing would be smothering it in barbecue sauce, slapping it in, a roaster, and then shoving it in the oven and letting it cook till it's fork tender. That is barbecue for me. Pastrami, then smoke. Ooh, that's deep. I might have to consider that as an option too. Dude, wow. Huh. That sounds really good though. What? That's wild. You know what, Chef? Hold on. Let me check something. Thank you for the reminder, actually. Oh, I hope this doesn't smell. Okay. This is a little bit of the leftover brisket with some of the carnivore potatoes. Let's see if it still smells. If it doesn't smell. Okay. This is still edible. Look at that. Look at that. That's some of the brisket I made. OMG. What I need to do is figure out some way to blend this. I want to eat this for a lunch, but I can't. Right? Chef, it's going to be me. What was it? I have to pray almost every day over this and those beans I made. Chef, did you see my natto? I don't think you saw the natto, did you? Move. You didn't? Let me show you. Where did I put it? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wash a spoon and I'm gonna show you. I am very proud of this. Okay, so I made my very own natto. My goal was to make it low carb, so I made it out of lupini beans. And I made the beans from scratch, basically. Dried beans, soaked them, the whole 9 yards. It took me for freaking ever, let me tell ya. Salt and pepper seasoning. What? Yeah, that's what I ended up doing, lady. I used salt and pepper on the brisket that was smoked at PGG's. Okay, so this is my natto, and I'm going to show you guys it here. Tofu and kimchi. I've made my own kimchi, or my husband has made his own kimchi. I have not, but making my own tofu, deep. Okay, so what I did after I got the beans together or whatever and soaked them and got rid of all the bitterness and all that fun stuff, I had some regular natto made from soybeans. And so I used half a packet, put it in here, let it do its thing for 48 hours. And it's not nearly slimy enough, really. It doesn't have the strings, long strings, but I'm okay with that. This is going to go over some lupin rice and eaten with some seaweed. So yeah, I made this all by myself. That makes perfect sense, lady. Long time soaking, definitely. Definitely. You cannot buy it to smoke it, Coyote. The seaweed is for eating. Seaweed is for eating, not smoking. Do I need to add some more water? Hopefully no. Let me check this. It's not sticking, is it? No, but I am slopping gravy everywhere. Awesome. Hello, OMG, it's Pete. It's Pete. OMG. Hi, Pete. We love Pete. We adore Pete. Okay, for our newcomers, hey, folks who have been here for a while, do y'all mind if I tell the St. Fred Rogers story again? Type a no/ if you're okay with hearing it again. Yes, please. Yes, lady, I would really love that. And I'm sure JD would love it too. Okay, Pete wants to hear it. There's some... Oh, you've been modded. Hold on. Let's allow. Okay. So here's the deal. I was reading an article, and the guy writing the article, it shouldn't, my dear, it should not. The guy who wrote the article was attempting to make the case as to why Mr. Rogers should be considered at least a minor saint. You need a bedtime story. Oh dear. So he pointed out a few things about Mr. Rogers' career. So he was a Methodist pastor. Some of you already know this. You know, he's fully ordained, whole 9 yards. What y'all might not know is that he was introduced to television when he was a teenager. Or no, when he was in college. He came home from college, and his parents had bought a TV. He was not overly fond of this whole TV business, you know, initially. And then he realized it was a way to reach people. Ironing for tomorrow. Yeah, it's an office day. I get you. And then once he realized it was a way to reach people. Exactly. Mr. Rogers. Same person. He realized that it was also a way to reach children. So he started thinking, okay, the more you know, right? How can I use this medium to reach children, to teach them? Basically, I'm teaching them about the love of Christ, but I'm doing it on a level that they can understand. So how to be nice to other people, how to use their imaginations, how to, be kind and generous and all of these things. How do I get those lessons out to kids? So this led to his career in TV. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was not his first attempt at this, by the way. He had multiple attempts at this. There was a time he testified in front of the FCC as to why public television and shows like his were so important. So yeah, it was a big freaking deal. And he got his start because of this new media that he had to learn about, but realized its potential. That is Mr. Roger in a nutshell. Does that story sound like anybody you know? I'm just saying. His ministry was not from a pulpit. His ministry was on television. He was an unusual pastor in that regard. I don't even know if he ever served in a church. I don't believe I read about one in his biography, if I remember correctly. But his ministry was TV. That was it. I know, right? Right, Chef? He made it a point not to talk about specifically his religious beliefs. I don't believe he ever mentioned that he was a minister on the show. His point of view was, if people want to know who I am and what I'm about, all they have to do is watch me. And if they find out I'm a pastor later, that's fine. Hopefully then it'll click. Yes, it was offset and indirect. It was there. If you paid attention, you could see it. But he did not have to talk about it explicitly in order to get the point across. And even for the folks who had no idea that he was a minister at all, he is still one of the most beloved icons. Yes, exactly, lady. And that made me think, right? Okay, even the adults, right? Gen X and millennials and maybe some Gen Zers, we still remember Mr. Rogers. We still love Mr. Rogers. we all remember when those first notes of "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood" hit. Exactly, lady. Exactly, and that is why he touched so many. But that made me think, right? Okay, so one of the issues that I have been wrestling with when I did my last defense of my ordination paper, I was told that I needed more theology. I needed to learn more theology or study more theology. And I needed to put God more in my presence. Studying more theology? Okay, that's fine. Maybe I need to learn a little bit more, but is the studying theology for me, or is it supposed to be for the people that I serve? Because here on Twitch, y'all aren't here for the theology. You don't want to hear me talk about how God is great and God will solve your problems and, God will do all the things. No, that is not why you're here. When y'all redeem pastoral motivation, you want to hear something uplifting that applies to you personally. And that is what I strive to do. It's easy to go that route. It's easy to go to the high Christianity, as I call it, path. But it is much more difficult to reach someone where they are. If someone is having a housing issue, they don't want to hear about how God is going to solve their problems. They want somebody to acknowledge that they're going through something difficult and give them concrete ideas of what they can do at that time to make it easier. And then, let's see, what was the other thing? Yeah, and so for me, I'm like, okay, what about the people who could potentially help me? Yes, that is what I try to do. My goal, lady, is if you know nothing else about me, by the way that I behave, you should be able to connect that to my beliefs and to my Christianity. And if you find out that I am ordained, it should be oh, that makes so much sense now kind of moment, as opposed to, are you kidding me? So I should not have to talk about my beliefs in order to get you to see what I believe. My actions should show you what I believe and why. Chef version of Miss Rogers. I'm here for it. I am totally here for it. But yeah, it's like, okay, so what do you do with the people who do that, who are very high Christianity, but can help you? What do you go to them for assistance when you need it? Because in order to do that, you need to be able to talk their language. And that whole Mr. Rogers story, as far as I'm concerned, taught me that maybe that is not where I need to get my help from. If this is truly my calling, if this is what I am supposed to be doing with my life, then if I need help, then it will appear. There will be doors opened for me that are not necessarily the way I think those doors would open. Okay, case in point, right? Okay, so there is a cohort, there's a program called the Reformation Project. Reformation Project, their goal is to provide biblically based defenses for queer folks. So if someone tries to tell them, there you go, lady, exactly it. Or you come to me and I will try to provide you with what you need spiritually. You tell me what you need, let me tell you what you need to hear so you can go on with your life. So yeah, their thing is to provide biblical defenses for queer folks. So if someone comes to them and tells them, oh, you're going to hell because you're gay, they can come back with, well, actually, according to this, and this, that's not true. So I wanted to participate, right? I was like, this is where I'm feeling led to go, but I need to be able to back myself up. And I was like, and you know, at the time with the applications, they were like, okay, you need to raise XYZ amount of money. And I'm like, I'm not going. I am so screwed. This is not happening for me. But my friends were like, you know what? Do a fundraiser, you know, whatever. It's fine. Worst case, nothing happens, right? I'm like, okay, you're right. I'll do the fundraiser. Put up the fundraiser. I had folks in a local bar give me money. Like the bartender was like, hey, are you trying to do that Reformation Project thing? Yeah. Here you go. She pulls out her tip jar, and hands me $100. Yo, what? That was not what I expected. So the bartender lady gave me $100. It was wild. I put it, I think I put it as a public fundraiser on my Facebook or something. I had random people. No, I can have gluten. I just have to be careful with carbs. And so I had these random people donating to my cause. Some of them, you know, a lot of them were anonymous, and they would leave me messages like, hey, you know, I'm a trans woman and I really believe in what you're doing, and I want you to get this education so you can help, you know, people like me who were driven out of the church and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you just gave me $50. You could have used that money for something else, but oh my God, you just gave me $50. And sure enough, I raised the money. I did not think that that was going to happen, but I am convinced that God was looking down going, yeah, you think you're not going. No, you're going. And I'm going to make sure that you go. And all of these funds are going to come from places that you did not expect, and that's okay. That is a good point, Uwu. You are absolutely right. Mm-hmm. Ariel Mermaid, hello. And Lady is right. Lady is absolutely right. No, you will not. It's not about the person, it's about the message. That's all there is to it. Welcome, my friend. Welcome in. How was your study stream? I got to pop in for a very short period of time, but I did a lot of lurking. Y'all, earlier I was talking about study streams and how I got into trouble for them at work. If you want a good study stream from a very charming lady, you should go hang out with their Ariel Mermaid. I totally did. Okay, so my boss's thing was, oh, well, when people come by to ask you questions, they see that you're watching YouTube on your screen. First of all, it wasn't YouTube. Second of all, how distracted am I getting at somebody sitting at their keyboard typing for 25 minutes at a time? Riddle me that. So what I learned to do was I would cover my Twitch stream with another window that has stuff about Excel on it, because a lot of my work is on Excel. And then people stop complaining. Funny how that works. Yes, a lady is also right. Once again, people power. I know, right? See, y'all should check out Ariel because she's sweet and she's funny. She's smart. And she's just good people. Like, that needs to happen. Y'all, I got too many books. Okay, here we go. People power. Let's do this. In case the newbies are wondering what I'm doing, I am basically killing time until this liver meets my requirements. What are we making today? We are making liver and onions with I have the hiccups. With carnivore mashed potatoes and broccoli. Welcome, Cinnamon Challenge. Hello. Yes, liver and onions, one of my childhood favorites. Okay, let's see. So, people power. This is useful advice. Carnivore mashed potatoes. I'll explain in a minute. You want poise and presence? Turn to the movies. Rent a few movies with Sophia Loren, Faye Dunaway, Angela Bassett, and Marlene Dietrich. Props to her for mentioning Angela Bassett. Women who fill the screen with elegant power and complex strength. Watch how they move, sit, and talk. Soak it up. All of us are in such a hurry today, we probably don't even notice the real women around us who've got grace and charisma. With movies, at least you can hit the pause button. So, that is people power. You want to learn poise and presence? Watch people who have it, particularly leading women and men. Can't forget y'all men, okay? And then go from there. You know, Nutty, my surgery went well. I got my stitches out today, y'all. Ariel, I am so down. I want Angela Bassett to be my mother. Whenever I joke about, like, my ancestors, I put up a picture of her. So this is what I have left from my surgery. 2 stitches. That's all it took. This was not carpal tunnel. This is trigger finger surgery. This is my 3rd trigger finger surgery. There's a scar right here. It's very hard to see for this finger. This thumb, I also had surgery on this one. So yeah, this is my 3rd one. I also had surgery on both wrists. That was for carpal tunnel. But yeah, I went in today. The the physician's assistant who saw me said, "Wow, you healed really quickly and you healed really well." I'm like, "Thank you." This is how you know I'm trying to take care of myself and how I'm, actually paying attention to my diabetes. What did I do? Who did I punch? That's a better story, Pete. Yes, a healer. So apparently, Ariel, lady, I thought that, and I will treat the cat in a second. I thought that this whole carpal tunnel thing was genetic. No, it's diabetes related. Apparently having diabetes can mess with your joints. Live and learn. My mom has this problem. My aunt had this problem. So so I didn't cut this. Let me make that clear. This is the surgeon. He basically went in through here, cut it open, released a tendon in here, and then sewed it shut. Really, Ariel? Yes, that is exactly what the surgeon told me. So he said diabetes can cause joint complications. I believe he said it had something to do with the blood flow. Yeah, okay, fair. Totally fair. So that was educational. I did not know that either. Like I said, I thought it was just hereditary. I just thought we all had teeny tiny little wrists and really bad fingers. No. It was the diabetes. I remember my aunt really suffering because her hands, oh dear. Okay, hold on. I'm going to hold off saying anything deep until the commercial is over. But what I am going to do, I'm going to test this meat again. Oh. I think we got it, y'all. Hold on, let me see. Ha-ha! Okay, so I have just cut this with a fork. Lady, why are you sitting on your hands? I'm a little concerned. Okay, fork test. You ready? You ready? Here we go. You see that? That's what I was looking for. Let's try this. That's so good. Okay. One last scrape from the bottom. And then we will leave this lid off. Plushie meat and treat the cat. Thank you. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate the reminders. You don't do well, but I'm sorry. In particular, I shouldn't mention the tendon, and I'm really, really sorry. There is more, but I will spare you. But yeah, so that's what happened. Okay, So we're going to leave this lid off. We're going to let this cook down a little bit. In fact, I'm going to turn this down a little bit more. This gravy though. Wow, lady. That's saying something. I see why you might be a little sensitive. A little tiny bit. Actually, you know what? This gravy is perfect. I'm going to turn this down to low so I can keep it warm. Let's do some redemptions. Oh, dear. Oh, I'm sorry, lady. Okay, let's see. Let's do plushie first. Meet the plushie. Let's find a good plushie. Who shall we meet? Yeah, you're coming next. Hold on. No. Come on. Come here. Okay. This is Billy, y'all. Billy is a jackalope. Billy was originally a bank that my friend let me have. He bought Billy, and I wanted Billy, so he let me have Billy. I was going to use Billy to store some coins. That didn't happen because JD got his hands on Billy. Gave him a name and a backstory. So, Billy is from New Mexico. And he had a brother. Unfortunately, his brother got caught by hunters, so Billy had to run for his life, and he ended up here in California. Actually, he went to Washington for a while. And then he ended up here. And he's a vegetarian. In fact, I believe he is vegan. And he gets along very well with the prey animals in the house. Yes, you remember the jackalope. For a while, JD and I were playing, what was it? Saints Row 5. And Billy was very pleased at the jackalope representation in the game because it is set in New Mexico. There's a jackalope. I took a screenshot. It is beautiful. So yeah, that's Billy. Billy has a southern accent. I'm not quite sure where that came from, but whatever. So yeah, he will constantly ask me if there are vegetables in the house if I'm cooking. And I make sure to promise him that he can share, along with the other vegetarians, the prey animals. Like I said, there is a agreement amongst the prey and prey animals that they will not attack each other, with the exception of the penguin, Tux, because Tux is a pain in the butt. Everybody wants to bite Tux. Okay, nobody really wants to eat Tux. They just want to bite him and make him go away. Anyway, I digress. This is Billy. Billy says hi. All right, Mocha, come here. She got tired of me talking. Come here. Come on. Up here. Yes. Sit. And cat has been treated. Watch the cat eat and then go away. You are welcome, Pete. Thank you for reminding me. Aw, that's adorable, lady. It's so cute. Okay, so now we are going to turn our attention. Why are you yelling? Why are you hollering? Anyway, Mocha is meow somewhere in the corner. Okay, so now we're going to turn our attention to the rest of the feast, so to speak. Mocha is still yowling, and I don't know why. I think I know why. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I think I know what the problem is. Petit, are you out of water? You're out of water. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, is that what you wanted? Yep, she was out of water. It's fine. Okay, so now I am heating up the water so that I can toss the frozen broccoli in. The carnivore mashed potatoes are in a container. I hesitate to heat up the whole thing. You are the picture of the evil stepmom in Cinderella. Dare I ask why? You know what? I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I am going to... Uh-oh. Okay, maybe it's not what I thought it was. Okay. I don't know if this is smelling okay or not. Okay, it's official. It's not smelling okay. So we will not be having carnivore mashed potatoes. Okay, I see where you're going with that, lady. I get you. I get you. Let's see. Plan B. Let's see. We're gonna do carnivore mashed potatoes. It's weird how the stuff in the container spoiled faster than the other stuff. All right, chat, help me out. Do I make a side of lupin rice? Exactly, lady. Better safe than sorry. Do I make a side of lupin rice, which is basically lupin bean rice, or do I skip the side and just go with some broccoli with the liver? Oh, yeah, You're going to be a lot more cautious. Not like I blame you. What else do I have? Okay. Don't even risk it. Yeah, you are so right. Dude, you're on low. Why are you doing this? It's low. Okay, I'm going to turn this off for a minute. So do I make... Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Do I make some lupin rice? Do I do a side of my lupini beans instead? Or do I just skip the side? 1, if I should make lupini rice. 2, if I should make beans. 3, if I should skip it. And while y'all are helping me decide, I'm gonna get another drink. Broccoli with garlic parmesan. I actually have something I can do. Veggies like green beans. Now, there will be veggies. I have broccoli on deck. So that's happening. But do I just do liver and onions and broccoli? Oh, yeah, it's still there. It is still there. Do I do liver and onions and broccoli, or do I do liver, onions, broccoli, and some other side? Like 2 vegetables instead of 1, which was basically what was going to happen anyway. We are out of ginger ale. Wait, are we? No, we are not. Yay! Okay, we are not out of ginger ale, and I am happy. Lupin, okay, lupin rice? You're thinking lupin rice? All right. I respect it. Okay. Pete, I already got my drink, dude. We are running incredibly low on mixers and actual booze. So one of the things that JD and I are going to do after I get paid is re-up on everything. Oh, Kitty is shedding. Poor baby. Okay, so Lady has said I should make the rice. Are there any other opinions? Do it? Okay. Let's see. Gonna pull out one more pot here. And give this a bit of a scrub. Okay, it's been like an hour since I ate that natto, so that's a good sign. That probably means I'm not going to get sick from it. Okay, let's follow some directions. No mint, so no mojito. Very true, you are right. Okay, water. Boil rice for 6 to 8 minutes. I'm going to make this whole thing, even though we are not going to be able to eat this whole thing. Mainly because I will be using the leftover rice for my own, for my breakfast. Whew, I'm spilling water everywhere, y'all. Okay. I'm going to turn this to high. Awesome. The broccoli is going to be the last thing that I do, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Good point, Lady. Thank you for the heads up. I'll see how I feel by next Thursday. That I believe. If it comes from Kanara, I believe it. Because if there's somebody who's going to know a little something about food poisoning and proper preservation, it's her. She did warn me about about my hot sauce. And by some miracle, I did not get food poisoning. I'm very happy about that. Okay, I'm going to leave that off for now. I'm going to keep the lid on. That should keep it warm until the water starts boiling and I put the rice in. And once the rice is in and almost done, then I can start this water seriously boiling again. I'm going to add a little bit more because some of it has probably boiled off. Yeah, she was worried that I was going to end up dealing with mold on my hot sauce because my plan was to ferment it. The way I managed to avoid the mold, I added everything the way it was supposed. I had sanitized all of my things, added all the fruit and everything I was going to add, and then I shook it every day. That is partially what kept the mold away. Also, I added a ton of salt at the top. That also helped. This time I kind of messed up because I inadvertently killed off all the yeast. Yours molded? Okay, see, there you go. This, hold on, let me move the plate, was my attempt at an orange hot sauce. Of course you did, J. Fry. Hi. I made this from some mandarin oranges that Michelle from PGG gave me. And then I cooked it down because I wanted the flavors to be more intense, and then I inadvertently made jam. Oops. Thank you, Loot. That's really kind of you. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. We ended up doing sort of a preview of Phantom because we weren't quite ready to do the whole thing yet. And even then with the preview, what was supposed to be a 6-minute preview or a dry run ended up being like 4 minutes because the phone that Michelle was using to play the music suddenly died. Yeah, she was not happy. There was a lot of cursing. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, she was not pleased. So for y'all who have no idea what I'm talking about, Michelle from PGG and I will be doing a very annotated version of Phantom of the Opera. This will probably be sometime in March, maybe April, because they have some stuff that they need to do first. There is a trip to Japan planned and a few other things. So once they come back, we will resume practice for Phantom. Okay, it's been a while since I tasted this, so let's see if it got any spicier. So like I said, this is my orange hot sauce, or my attempt at orange hot sauce. Definitely orange. Smells spicy. Okay, it wants to be, oh, there it is. It's delayed, but it's there. You told them you should hit up, they should hit up your buddy in Tokyo? Nice. Wow. I asked them to bring me back some dry natto from this shop in Tokyo. Oh, go to bed, chef. Sleep well, have pleasant dreams, and wake rested for your 6 a.m. shift. Good luck. May everything go smoothly. May all your dishes come out perfectly. And may you not injure yourself in the kitchen. There, that is my blessing to you. Okay, this is tasting a little more like a hot sauce. All right. Thank you, chef. I appreciate that. What I was going to do was strain it. I'm debating whether or not I still want to do that. But this is more like a hot sauce with stuff in it. It's definitely got a bit of a kick, which is what I was looking forward to. And letting it sit in the fridge kind of calmed down. See, I messed up because I added too much salt. I added too much vinegar, which killed the bacteria. So there was no way that was going to ferment. But this is good. Camille! Hello, Camille! How are you, my friend? If y'all want to check out somebody who does streaming, he streams all the things. He occasionally does a cooking stream or two. And he has big announcer radio voice. I joke that his voice is the Male equivalent of mine. Thank you, J. Fry. Hold on. Let me take off the apron so you can see the whole thing. Y'all should follow Camille. He's fun to watch. I love watching him game. I especially love watching him cook, of course. So you need to follow him. Like yesterday. Okay, Bonded, I got an answer for you. Popeyes, closely followed by Church's, only because Church's has fried okra and Popeyes does not. Boom, there you go. Good night, Razor. Sleep well. Thank you. Wow, I suck. Okay. Yes, I forgot the 206. Anyways, thank you for doing the shout out, y'all. Bojangles. Okay, now I will be fair. I've never had a Bojangles. So I'm into it. I miss Church's too, lady. I found one when I went to visit my friend in Washington. I can't find the ones here in California anymore, and I'm very sad. So there you go. This is my shirt. This shirt just so happened to be the last shirt on the mannequin at a Target a few years ago. Some of my best Black History Month shirts come from Target. I don't know why. I almost wore the, I have a sweatsuit that's like a crop top that says bold, black, and bougie. I had to get that one. Yes, I agree. Yes, I absolutely agree. Lil Mama, I need to find out if there is a Bojangles in Pennsylvania. It sounds to me like it might be a southern thing, which is fine. But if there's a Bojangles in Pennsylvania, I need to go there when I go. Yes, rainbow capitalism. I'm here for it. All right. So we're doing this. We are pouring this whole thing in. I'm going to set a timer for, how long am I setting this timer for? Let's try 8 minutes. Because that's what it says here. Okay. I'm going to stir this real quick. Here we go. I'm just going to let this cook. I was going to put the lid back on and then I realized that's a bad idea. What? That's wild, lady. Lady, I'm going to go. Ooh. Okay, lady. Question. All right. I am going to go to Utah in a couple months. I will be in Salt Lake City specifically. Is there any place that I absolutely positively need to go to eat? Yellow Mama, I think you're right. Oh, there's two in Philly. Yes, Church's, and I do agree, depending on the quality of location. Okay, so where I am, there used to be a Church's about 2 or 3 miles away from me. It's not there anymore. I am very sad about this. I now do not know where the nearest Church's is to me. Bombay. Okay. I'm going to guess that's a spot that serves Indian food. Am I right? This is really good. This, I dare say, is better than it would have been had I fermented it. But now I'm torn. I don't know whether or not I should strain it. I don't know what to do, chat. Little Mama, I am down the street and around a corner from the, well, okay, not that close, but I am reasonably close to a Jollibee. Maybe I should do a Jollibee stream, y'all. I will remember that, lady. Now, my issue, where I am right now, I live in a place, oh, good gracious. Hello, Lulu Kitchen Party Raiders, 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 Raiders. Hey, y'all, I'm Jane. This is my kitchen. I do soul food from around the world. Tonight, I'm going easy because I'm broke and couldn't buy anything. So we're making liver and onions and broccoli. Yeah, so Lulu Kitchen Party, thanks for giving Lulu a shout out. We love us some Lulu around here. If you want to check out some stuff like good cooking and entertainment and somebody who knows how to hula hoop, which I haven't done forever, yeah, check out Lulu. You will not be disappointed at all. Yes, liver and onions, yo. Welcome, Lulu. Welcome, Plain Toast. You love liver and onions? My liver and onions has just gotten to the point where it is fork tender. That is exactly where I need it to be. Hi, Uncle Stinky. Hello from Seattle. I will totally, wait, who told me that? I don't know who told me that. Okay. Lady, yes. I will do my best to let you know when I get there. I will be there for a clergy, basically it's an American Baptist convention. So, no, Jam, toast. I do not put molasses in my liver and onions. I have never heard of that before. That is most intriguing. And I will have to try that at some point. Didn't even think of it. Crap. Okay. Yes. I'm not going to talk about anything of substance until the commercial break is over. So, for those of you with subscriptions, right now, I am tending to my rice, making sure it's not sticking. Yes, lady, exactly. An American Baptist convention in Utah. There are a number of American Baptist churches in that area, and one of our executive ministers is located in Utah, which is part of the reason we're going. Two minutes left. Let me get a strainer out. Nah. OnlyFans with Twitch Turbo, y'all are ridiculous. But yeah, we have an executive minister who is in Utah. That is part of the reason we're going. And he's a cool dude. I have to say, he's a totally cool dude. He was there at my ordination and he threw me a curveball and a freaking half. But he's a good guy. I like him. He's very funny and he has a laugh that sets him apart from anybody else. You know when he's in the room if he starts laughing. I'm gonna put it that way. Have I been to other states for conferences? Let's see. Washington, which was kind of a gimme. Colorado, Puerto Rico, that was the big one. And now, Utah. So that's pretty much been it for those conferences. A tree conference. What, pray tell, is a tree conference, lady? He tossed me a curveball during ordination. Yes, Uncle Stinky, you are absolutely right. I will be back on Michelle and Brandon's stream. We will be doing a very condensed 20-minute version of Phantom of the Opera. I was telling folks earlier that we tried to do a preview of one song, and we got 2/3 of the way through the song, and then the phone where Michelle was trying to play the music died. So yeah, that didn't quite go as planned. She tried. God bless her, she tried. So yeah, a conference in Connecticut. Wow. Oh, yes, it was. Your hug squeeze was most definitely delivered, J Fry. Well, Toasted was more like Phantom of the Kitchen. Okay, because the whole thing's being shot in the kitchen. Well, most of it is being shot in the kitchen. Phantom of the main aria. To be fair, you are not wrong. You are not wrong. We did do the title song as our preview. So you get to see me as Christine and Michelle as Phantom. And yeah. Good Lord. It's just raiding night tonight. Good Lord. Raiders, 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 Raiders. Hey y'all, I'm Jane. This is my kitchen. I do soul food from around the world. Tonight I'm broke, and so I'm cleaning out my freezer. And so we're doing... Good Lord. Thank you, Gecko. So yeah, I'm doing liver and onions and broccoli tonight. Hello, next to the moon. Thank you for that follow. It is totally a date night raid. Good Lord, y'all. Okay. Dream Truth, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it, y'all. C1 Rocksta, thank you for that follow. You know, I don't know what y'all did, but apparently you fixed my follow command. I am very grateful. So yeah, liver and onions, what was supposed to happen, we were supposed to do carnivore mashed potatoes, but they smelled funny. So rather than go to the ER for food poisoning, which might very well be an issue later, because I made natto on my own, and it smells okay, but it is fermented. Hello, Gecko, good to meet you. Not at all, my dear. Toast, I love toast. I have, but I'm also diabetic, so I gotta go easy on the toast. I do have keto-friendly toast, though. So, let me see. Is natto dangerous? No. It is just fermented, so you have to be aware of what you're doing so that you do not take the fermentation too far and end up with mold. This is so awesome. I love y'all. Thank you so much for rating me. This means so much. What did I miss? Good gracious. Oh, lady, that's very interesting. I didn't know there were professionals and students in the tree care industry. Tree care industry. Okay, let's hug a, what's that word? Let's hug a plushie. Cat plushie, to be specific. And we're gonna turn off the water again. Chi! We love Chi. Chi is a pain in the butt because he loves fish and will complain about fish all day because he doesn't have any. Okay, see you around, Gecko. But she is also the founder of 4AN. Animals Against Alliums and, 3AN. Animals Against Alliums, that's 4AN, and Nightshades. Yeah, 4AN. Animals Against Alliums and Nightshades. There we go. 4A, go away. That is his motto. Awesome. What kind of bread did you get, Rocksta? I want to know. When I have money and I'm feeling fancy, I like Hero bread the best. Let me show you this too. This is the rice I just made. Hey, down south. Yes, it does include tomatoes. Keto lupini rice. This is diabetic friendly. The serving size is 1/3 of a cup, but it is 20 grams of carb per serving. However, there is nothing saying that you have to eat 1/3 of a cup. You can eat a lot less. Oh, it's made with almond flour. Interesting. Okay. Passion fruit butter. Oh, that sounds so good. Lulu, I don't know if you're still here. And Kyle, I don't know if you're still here. And I'm really sorry, y'all. I owe you an apology. What did you make on your stream? Please tell me. I want to know. Heck, I need inspiration. Tell me everything. Yes, I believe you. I believe you, Toast. Okay, so now we are waiting for the water to get to a boil, and the last thing I need to do is make the broccoli. Yes, I made this apron myself, y'all. I had a pair of beat up jeans that split in a very embarrassing place. So I decided I was going to take said jeans and turn them into an apron. So I did. That sounds like a plan, Uncle Stinky. Like, seriously. Like I said, I'm broke right now. I have $20 in my bank account, and I just need to hold out until Thursday. To answer the earlier question, how is a pastor broke? It's surprisingly easy. I don't serve on a church. I don't have income coming like that. As far as that's concerned, the way I get any money at all is preaching at other churches if they decide to give me what's called an honorarium, which is, some money for preaching. The honorarium is usually about $100. I preached at a church a couple of weeks ago. I am waiting for the honorarium to come in. I am checking the mailbox like I have a social problem. But yeah, most of the pastors I know do not make a lot of money. There is a reason most of the pastors I know are also bivocational. So, so chat, what did Kyle and Lulu make? Fill me in. Tell me everything. I want to know all the things. And I'm just going to clean off a pan over here, which is one less thing for me to be bothered with. All right. There we go. Done. A cheese and spinach stuffed chicken breast. See, I'm not like really into chicken breast, but that would make me change my mind. Chocolate cookie dough ice cream. Hold on. Wait. You can indeed make bread with almond flour. You are right. This is definitely not tea plagued. Oh my God. J Fry, I have at least 20 to 30. 20 to 30 sermons in my arsenal. And I need to find a place to save them so y'all can hear it. Keto Chef. Okay, I gotta try that. A Great Depression cookie stream. It might just happen. Yeah, remember, I have been preaching ever since 2 years ago. So, bye, lady. Homemade panini bread, patty melt panini, and chicken bacon ranch panini. That sounds so good. Woo, I'm into it. Plagued, I'm going to tell you what this is in a second. Hold on, I'm going back through chat. Okay, I think. You missed the end for that, okay. This is just ginger ale and vodka. That's it. I've been thinking, I have been drinking tea all day. Yeah, right? Okay, see, my friend was smart. Here's what he did. When he was in seminary, we usually use the lectionary. Oh, hey, yes, that is me. I am part of the Nice Lady Club, Toast. That is right. That's me. So we use a lectionary. The lectionary, those of you who are Catholic will also understand this, goes in a 3-year cycle. So there's your A, there's your B, and there's your C. And there are verses that go with each one, passages that go with each one. You can easily preach the lectionary all 3 years, and that is what my friend did. He decided he was bound and determined he was going to preach the lectionary for all 3 years, just so that he would have a basis. If he ever got stuck for a sermon on a Sunday, he could look back to that Sunday when he preached all of the passages from the lectionary and just pull from that. I have not done yet. I haven't done that yet, and I don't know if I'm so inclined. I hate structure, man. Ginger ale and vodka is a good thing. Okay, so we have water that is starting to boil. Last thing I need to make, broccoli. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this whole thing in. If I'm a little slow, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a glove on this hand, it is because I just got my stitches out from trigger finger surgery. So, a glove. Just err on the side of caution. Yeah, the Good Samaritan. There's so many levels to that story too, Jay Fry. Like, so many. And the deeper you go, the more impact the story has. It's amazing. There you go. Cloud Barbin, yes. I totally get it. Because, Jay Fry, the surgery was not up here or over here. It was on here. Besides, I have seen how Mocha behaves with a cone of shame. I don't know if I want to go there. Also, y'all, I did a 5-minute meditation for another clergy convention that I'll be doing soon. It would stop me trying to buy that. Stop. Hey, honey. So I did this 5-minute meditation. I don't know if you guys want to see it. But if so, I will put it on my YouTube. Or not my YouTube. I will put it...
Oh, that's right.
You forgot what I was making. But I will put it in Discord if y'all are interested.
Hey, Jay Frank, how's it going, man? I don't want to interrupt Jane. We'll grab something to drink.
The vodka's on the table if that helps.
Okay.
What are carnivore mashed potatoes? Okay, they are not real mashed potatoes, first of all. They are made with... What the heck, y'all? This is my third raid in less than 30 minutes. Bruh.
Who is even pork marshmallow?
Pork marshmallow is... Let me promote pork marshmallow, and then I'll do Jane. Thank you, Zoobird, for that follow. Okay, so Pork Marshmallow is an amazing Twitch streamer. Lately, he's been doing streams on at his bar. So it's like you go to the stream, right? And it's like being at the bar, like you're chilling at the bar with the bartender. It's very virtual, and I love this.
I may have to like show you that sometime.
You totally need to. And if you don't mind never getting served. And Pork, I met Pete. Hi, Pete. Welcome. I met Pork through Twitch Sings because he is also an outstanding singer.
Nice.
And we did duets together, and it was... Thank you for that. So that's how we met, and then, you know, Twitch Sings went away, so he had to start doing bar streams, which is cool and all.
Oh.
But yeah, I was very sad. I want to sing with Pork again. My favorite song, oh my God, with Pork or otherwise. Creme Delish, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? What's up, dude? How are you doing? I can tell you what one of my most fun collabs was. Oh my God, with Pork. Jeez Louise. I think Pork and I did a rendition of, it was a rock song. It might have even been a Twisted Sister song. I believe we did a collab on We're Not Gonna Take It. I'm okay. Man, if you want to buy some stuff, a beautiful, beautiful product that can be used in both savory and sweet forms, you should check out Creme Delish. They are amazing. And their product, the only thing that is stopping me from buying their product is the fact that I am diabetic. That is the only thing that is stopping me. I'm just letting y'all know right now. So you need to check out Creme Delish. Creme Delish streams. Creme Delish does charity streams. And yeah, this needs to happen in your life at least one time. If you are a streamer and I have not shouted you out, I apologize, and please let me know so I can fix that. But anyways, so yeah. Welcome everyone. My pleasure. It is rare that I am blessed with your presence, Creme Delish. Therefore, I need to take advantage of that. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I know, right? Y'all are amazing though, just short, simple, to the point. Y'all are amazing, and you make a quality product, and it makes me so happy that I get to know you. And I know y'all are working on it and doing things and trying to make the business great. So yeah, it's outstanding. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you for making such an amazing product that I get to brag about. Because even though I can't use it myself, I see other people use it and talk about how great it is. So there's absolutely nothing like a reference, so to speak. I have all the cool people in here right now. What is really going on? Like, seriously. Okay, I think... Is our rice done? Or no, is our broccoli done? Shouldn't have taken very long. Okay. Oh, it's still frozen. I cannot put this on a plate yet. Okay. It's gonna have to boil, y'all. Like I said, this is the last thing I have to do. And then I can plate. Thank you to everyone who's here. Yes, Cinnamon Challenge. And yes, Jay Fry, I absolutely will. Okay, one at a time. So, I recorded a 5-minute meditation for a convention that I'm going to, clergy convention. It's happening in April. My friend and I are running a quiet space there. Part of what we're doing for this quiet space is we are having an online contingent and an in-person contingent. The online contingent is going to get the 5-minute meditation, which is basically me sitting in my backyard doing a meditation. I recorded the voiceover. A friend of mine gave me music, and there's a lot of nature sounds. So I made one version with the nature sounds, one version with his music. I need to figure out which one I want to post. So I will be sharing that meditation on my Discord. Now, I'm going to warn y'all right now, it is Christianity heavy. So, just be aware of that, okay? Again, this is for clergy convention. So just so you know, but it will be on my Discord as soon as I figure out how to upload it. When I figure out how to upload it, it's happening. Thank you, Krem. I appreciate that. I know that, I do not want to overpower people with my faith, because that's not my point. If you really want to know what I believe, just watch me. But I feel the need to put that disclaimer in there. Some of the layers of depth in the Samaritan parable. Okay, so it is more than the roles of everyone in that story is more than. Thank you, Jay Fry. That's so sweet of you. That means I'm doing it right? The priest who went to the other side of the road, he went to the other side of the road because he could not be ritually defiled. He was probably on his way somewhere through Samaria, and that was like the only road, okay, to get to wherever he was trying to go. And touching a dead body would have made him unfit for the job he was heading to. Trying to remember who else avoided him. I can't remember off the top of my head. The reason that the Samaritan got attacked in the first place, that road was dangerous. It was one of those roads where you want to go as quickly as possible because there are robbers and bandits hiding out on the road waiting to attack people. The Samaritan was very fortunate that he didn't get killed. The man who finally stopped to help him not only was risking his own life as well as this Samaritan, this man who stopped to help him was from a warring tribe. Okay, imagine in your head, and I'm going serious 80s here, right? Bloods and the Crips, right? Okay, Blood gets trapped on a really nasty part of South Central LA, gets the crap eaten out of him. Crip comes by and decides to help him. These are two warring factions, but this man took time out of his day to help somebody who would normally have hated him, and vice versa, to take him somewhere where he could be taken care of, and volunteered to pay for this care. Lord Darth, Raiders. Hi, Lord Darth, I'm Jane. This is my kitchen. Why am I bothering? Party of two. What's up, y'all? Yeah. What's up, Lord Darth? How you doing? So yeah, when Jesus finally asks who was the one who showed the most compassion, it was this person that had every right to hate the person. Yeah, he paid for the care. He took this guy to this spot and was like, look, take care of him until I get back. I'll pay for everything. You just hand me the bill when I get back. This person who should have, if anybody was justified in leaving this man at the side of the road, it was this guy, right? The Good Samaritan. But he didn't do that. So that's why that story is so powerful. what, how do we treat the people that we hate, that have been evil to us when they are in need, when they are not in a position to harm us anymore? Like, how do we do that? So yeah, it's layers. It's layers. Lord Darth, what did you stream? Tell me everything I want to know. Cheers, y'all. I try. I admit I have some of my own biases and I need to work through that. But I do try. I make my best effort. Okay, y'all, I do believe we have some broccoli, and it is done. It is no longer frozen. In fact, I think I might have overcooked it a little, but that's okay, because I don't think we're gonna care. Like I said, we just gotta get through to Thursday. If we can get to Thursday, everything's gonna be all right. Okay, broccoli done. All right, y'all, time to plate. Here we go. So we're gonna do some lupin rice. I'm gonna try to go easy. Like I said, what I don't eat, and what JD and I don't eat, is gonna get eaten with me and this natto. Whether it's the stuff I made from home or the stuff I bought from the store. Okay, and then the star of our show. Now that I think about it, I should have spread the rice out. Whoops. Oh well. Okay, little tiny bit more. Put the lid back on. Welcome back, y'all. Okay, so we got some lupin rice here. Got some liver. That is true, Jay Fry. You are not wrong. And it could have been just someone who wanted to show kindness. Basically, someone who wanted to say, we're not all like that. Because I know I find myself doing that a lot. Okay. So that's our liver and onions. What do y'all think? There we go. All right. Hold on, let me flip this real quick. Okay, that's right. You've still never had this dish. What? Okay. We need to fix that. But anyways. So there you go. That's liver and onions, y'all. Let me take a picture real quick. Yeah, like I said, when it's done right, it's really good. All right, now that I've taken my picture, want to see how the knife goes through it? Here's the thing, J. Fry, we're not using a knife. This is my test. You ready? You ready? Y'all see that? Want to see it again? Want to see it again? That is how you know it is cooked correctly. So now let's see how this thing actually tastes. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of rice, and we're gonna have some liver. So rice and gravy, a little bit of broccoli. Exactly, little mama. Good. I'm kind of cheating a little bit because that was made with regular flour. Normally I would not do that, but I didn't want to take any chances with the gravy. So it is what it is. I'll just have to take some extra insulin tonight, and that's okay. All right, y'all. Let's see who's on. Who is on that we can raid? Let's see who we got. I love you, little mama. You are so silly. I adore you so much. Okay, let's do... Oh, there's a commercial. Let's see if I can get you guys in after the commercial. My twin has been chatting. Yeah, I noticed that. I think she really needs a break. And, you know, when you're OG Jane, it's a thing. I am just Jane 2.0. So, yeah, it happens. Okay. Good Lord. All right, so I was gonna raid Chef EJ. Oh, he's just getting started cooking, y'all. Okay, good. Very good. I know, right? Right, J. Fry? You would think. I could be wrong. We're gonna go ahead and raid Chef EJ. I shouldn't have done that. I kind of forgot something. Okay, so we're gonna raid Chef EJ. Here is my raid call. Here's my other raid call. Copy paste whichever you want. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much. OMG the raids. It's a late night tonight. That's probably why. Thank you, Jay Fry. Thank you for the encouragement. I am, let me see if I can figure out a place where I can link to, because the file itself is 5 minutes, which is way too large for Discord. I will figure out something. I'm going to talk to JD. So y'all, copy paste those raid calls. We're going to raid Chef EJ. We're going to watch him make some tacos, and it's going to be amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing y'all back on Thursday. I don't plan to be up this late. But yeah, like I said, I am speed running dinner, which is going to be kabocha squash soup and ham and cheese sandwiches on on shokopan, Japanese milk bread. It's going to be amazing. So I'm going to see y'all later, okay? Hopefully you'll come back for that. I'd be very happy. But I will see you in 4, 3. Good night, y'all. 2, 1. Bye. I'll put it on YouTube. Mwah.